So in this session, we are going to see what is debit note, how to pass a debit note voucher. So what is debit note? A debit note voucher is used to record the transactions, details of a purchase return or a return outward. The reason for purchase return could be vary from supply of damaged goods or goods not as per the specification or any other reasons. Purchase return must be recorded in the books of accounts because the value of return goods must be deducted from the purchase. In Tally Prime, a purchase return transaction used as debit note voucher can be recorded for change in price consideration, and debit note can be recorded in three different modes: accounting invoice mode, item invoice mode, and voucher mode. So we'll see all these things in Tally Prime. So let's go to Tally Prime. So we have already created a company in the name of Avanayukta Solutions. So here we have a contra voucher. So if you want to open a debit note, the shortcut key is not displayed in your shortcut key panel. So if you want to open a debit note, you can take a cursor on payment. So after the payment, you have a small arrow key here. Just click on that arrow key. You will be getting an option called debit note. The shortcut key for debit note is Alt F5. We have a single line just below the F5. So if you have a single line, it is Alt plus F5. If you just press F5, it takes a payment. If you go with Alt plus F5, it takes a debit note. So we go with a debit note voucher. So what you are seeing in the screen is it is in voucher mode, where it is asking debit and credit. So next we have an option called change mode. So we have a item invoice mode, accounting invoice mode, and as voucher. And we have one separate voucher called use for interest accounting. So this will be used for calculating the interest automatically. So this use for interest accounting will discuss in a interest calculation topic. So we'll see one by one by passing a transactions. So we'll go with the transactions here. Goods for rupees 10,000 was returned to the supplier with the original invoice number CBS 001 for cash. So in this transaction, we have not involved a inventory part. So we have just given a common name called goods for our inventory. This kind of vouchers can be passed in voucher mode. So we'll go to voucher and we'll pass a purchase return entry for 10,000 rupees. So we are already in a list of modes. We select as voucher. So we have returning a goods and receiving a cash. So debit will be a cash of rupees 10,000 and credit will be purchase return. So we have not created a purchase return. So if you want, you can create, or you can also use a same ledger what you have used for purchase transactions. As a beginners, it is better to go with individual ledgers. We go with purchase return ledger, and it will be grouped under purchase account, and we'll accept the screen. And you can give a narration stating that goods returned to the supplier and received cash. So this is how you can pass a debit note in voucher mode. So next we go with a transaction. which will be passed in item invoice mode. So we have a transaction like purchase return the following stock items to Creative Business Solutions. So we have purchased some stock from Creative Business Solution. Now we are returning it. So let's see the stock. So we are returning computers. A Dell computer 25 numbers are worth rupees 30,000 each, and HP computer 25 numbers 35,000 each. So we'll pass the same transaction in Tally Prime using item invoice mode. So we go with change mode option. We'll select item invoice. So we are returning to Creative Business Solution. We are not taking a cash. We are adjusting our balance in Creative Business Solution party. So we go with Creative Business Solutions here, and we go with a same ledger called purchase return, which we have just created, and we list out the items which we are going to return. So we go with Dell computer as 25 numbers worth of 30,000 rupees each. The total amount will calculate automatically. So next we go with HP computer. Our number of quantities will be 25 again. We go with 35,000 rupees each. And we'll skip this GST part, and we can give a narration being goods purchase return to Creative Business Solutions, and we can accept the screen. So this is how you can pass a transaction in item invoice mode. So next we'll pass one more transaction. So let's go with a transaction in accounting invoice mode. So the transaction is purchased furniture was damaged, so we are returning the same, and we received a cash of rupees 15,000. So we'll see how to pass a transaction in Tally Prime. So the furniture is a fixed asset we have purchased in earlier days, and once it has been purchased, when we are shifting to our office, we come to know that there's a damage. So immediately we are going to returning it. So furniture is not a stock item. For us, it is been used as a fixed asset. So we go with accounting invoice mode. So it has been purchased by using cash. So even while returning, we'll return the same by using cash itself. So we go with cash account. In particulars, we go with furniture of 15,000, and we'll accept the screen. So this is how you can pass a debit note entry in accounting invoice mode. So whatever the transactions you pass in voucher mode and accounting invoice mode, both are similar. So you can go with either any of these two vouchers to pass a transaction. But item invoice mode is completely different. That will be used by our manufacturers and traders who maintains our inventory. And the second part is in accounting invoice mode and item invoice mode, taxes will calculate automatically, and in voucher mode it won't calculate automatically. So if you are using a GST or any taxations, so better to go with accounting invoice mode or in the item invoice mode, so that taxes will calculate automatically as per the configurations so that the number of mistakes or errors will be reduced. So this is how to pass our debit note transactions. Thank you.